Hello everyone, my name is Asim Ahmad. I am a student at NITI. I am 19 section E. I am here to talk about the concepts and applications of the subject Principles of Management taught to us by Dr. Mandi. The professor follows a different kind of pedagogy for this course. He has a different style of teaching. The teaching is not based on regular pattern of textbook teaching, but it is based on application and block based learning. And after each class, we are asked to write blocks, which is read and evaluated by the professor. Through this course, we explored the various facets of management through practical examples, which helped us build a strong foundation in understanding the subject. Most important part is through this application-based learning, we still remember what we studied in POM, and I hope 1 year down the line we'll remember what we studied in this course. The first practical approach that we took was tower building exercise. This exercise was basically we were given cubes block, and we were asked to build a tower out of it. And as a manager, initially we were asked to estimate how many blocks can we use to build a tower, and there were some constraints given, like the person who is building the tower should use the left hand or the odd hand only, and he can use only one hand. So based on this constraint, many of us said that it would be around 10 or 15. The person who was actually building the block, he had set his target at 10, but when he actually started building the tower, he was able to do it till 17. So this was the first part of the exercise. The second part was the constraint. The professor, Dr. Mandi, introduced some more constraints, like the person would be blindfolded, and there will be one more person guiding this person. Then most of us decreased our target. Some of us who had initially said the 15 blocks would be good enough, now they were saying that a person cannot make a tower of more than 10 blocks. So there were three kinds of person basically. One who backfolded, they decreased the target. One who maintained the target, and there was only one guy in the class who had a progressive mind, and he said we can still make a higher tower. So this kind of thinking was inculcated through this exercise, in the class. And the one thing that we did not initially take into account was the experience, as we work in an organization, and the same kind of work we do. So we can do similar work in a lesser amount of time once we are more experienced. So one learning we can get from tower building exercise. And next we were introduced to valley crossing concept, which comprised of a step-by-step process of crossing the valley. So there were three people involved in the valley crossing exercise, for three people in a team, one pole was given, and each of us had to cross a valley. So we were introduced to the roles of managers, who has been assigned the task of helping the three people crossing the valley. The process involved roles and responsibilities, division of labor, competencies, principles of cooperation and teamwork, work distribution, various kinds of skills such as conceptual, human, technical skills, are basic functions comprising an organization in general. Limitations of manager were discussed, and several methods were suggested as solutions for the valley crossing task. And there were some constraints in this exercise as well. The length of the pole and how much gap should be there between the valley. But if we increase the length of the pole, we can actually relax this gap constraint. Further, we were introduced to the main drivers of any organization, which are efficiency and effectiveness, and this we were asked to demonstrate by writing about Khan Academy. Khan Academy is effective because it has identified the customer gap. People want to learn, but they want to go on their own pace. In traditional teaching, that doesn't happen because teacher has to take care of each and everyone, so he can't go on a slower pace for one person and at a higher pace for other person. So but in Khan Academy you can go on your own pace, so that freedom you have. There's no teacher there, so you are free to you are not if you don't understand something, you can go back and see the video again. So that flexibility is not there in traditional teaching setup. And it is efficient because it uses internet, which is widely available nowadays, and reachability is very high. So we can actually understand these two important concepts of management, efficiency and effectiveness, through Khan Academy lesson. And the next exercise was theory X and theory Y managers and various scenarios which occur under these two kinds of management. Our professor Dr. Mendy gave us the opportunity to share our work experience in order to relate to the discussed scenarios of theory X and theory Y management and attain clarity in understanding. So we wrote about whatever experience we had with theory X or theory Y manager in our work time, and we had posted those in the blogs. We were also exposed to problem solving creativity exercise with the ring toy puzzle available in Nidhi campus, which helped us in understanding simple and systematic approach to solving any kind of complex problem. And there was one human tower exercise also, which was performed by these students, made us realize how important are the foundations of any organization in terms of strength and commitment. Our professor also asked us to do a research and write a case study about any company of our liking, and discuss about the company's products, markets, customers, vision, mission, goals, various HR policies, history, work culture, and SWOT analysis. I did my case on Robert Bosch GmbH, since I felt it can serve as good example for understanding principle of management subject. The last exercise, I think that was showed to us as a video on 3 Chinese monks, which focus on productivity and teamwork. And it also highlighted how important is that in a team there should be some kind of authority. If there is no authority, people will not work, and that was demonstrated in 3 monks video. And also innovation was one more aspect in this exercise, because initially the 3 monks were carrying the water and it was very troublesome, but when they came up with an innovative idea, started using the pulley to bring the water uphill, then it became very easy. And distribution of labor was also very important, because a tall monk, he was very fast, so he was bringing water to the hill and back to the temple. And the fat guy who was not very fast, he was asked to stay near the river and just fill the bucket. And the first monk, he was more efficient in pulling the pulley, so the task was distributed very effectively among themselves. So that was one more learning from 3 Chinese monks video. Overall, I think I had very great learning exposure and opportunity to learn about principles of management through this innovative method of teaching followed by our Professor Mandi. The best thing about the course is we got to learn a lot of things which a successful manager should know in a way which is so enjoyable, instead of creating instead of using textbook kind of teaching. This was the course which prompted me to write the blog. For the very first time, I actually aspired to write my own personal blog, because of learning I got from writing blogs in POM subject. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Prasad to teach us in the most creative way that most of us have come across. Thank you very much.